Welcome, Diecast fans. I'm Tom Spanners-Watson.
And I'm Frank the Geary Gibbs.
And welcome to another round of the Outlaws.
Now, this week the Outlaws are taking some time off to work on their cars, particularly Mr. Dark after his massive crash last week. If you haven't seen that, check out the link on the video now. But tonight, these drivers are going to battle along till we get down to one final driver, and then they will join Dick Turpin and Rubber Toe in a round robin head-to-head till we get a final winner who's going to go on to challenge the Outlaws.
All right, let's get into some racing. First up, Griffin Cross and Broken Wings versus Huggy and Death Cab. Broken Wings out pretty quick, Death Cab close behind, but Griffin Cross looking good. Oh, Huggy Butt gets out wide, but Griffin Cross will run away with it for an easy win. Huggy Butt coming in a distant second.
Let's just have a quick look at what happened with Huggy Butt there. Look at that, he threw his car completely wide, got his rear end out on that sidewall, but luckily got it under control and kept it on the track. But unfortunately for him, he was so far behind, he just didn't have a chance.
So Griffin Cross moving through to the next round. Okay, next up we've got Hor Then Sung and Jailbreak versus Sharon, Tarshish and Jumping Spider. Both pretty even out of the gate. Oh, Sharon Tarshish stalls out in KM corner and Jailbreak goes wide. He's back on the track, pulls a J-turn and runs down to the finish line insanely slowly, but Sharon Tarshish stalled out in KM corner.
Yeah, look at this, he comes in and it looked like he tried to get a bit of a drift on, but look at that, he gets his rear end up on that sidewall and that just slowed him down. But then this craziness from Hor Then Sung, look at that, I thought he was going to join the trucks in the midfield, but he manages to not only stay on the sidewall, but then backs it off there and pulls this sweet J-turn and runs on down to the finish line.
Well, it seems like every week these drivers are coming up with a new manoeuvre to pull at the canyon, and I thought we'd seen it all. This one is just incredible. He almost parks there completely, backs it off, does his J-turn and runs down to the finish. What a great move from Hor Then Sung. He moves on a Jailbreak. It's time for Wally Champ driving Old Dirty up against Cody Wilson and Parabellum.
Both these guys have been a bit patchy. Let's see if they can keep it together tonight.
Wally Champ will come out with the lead through KM corner, looking good here. Big spin on through Kahuna corner, but he's running away with it. Here comes Cody Wilson! Cody Wilson around the outside! And it looks like Cody Wilson snatched that victory there.
This was an incredible drive. Cody Wilson quite slow over the jump, but he has had a few accidents, so he's playing it safe. Nice little drift there from him, but you can never count anyone out at the canyon until they cross the finish line, and this was a perfect example. Again, a nice shot here of Cody's drift. Keeps his line nice and tight, whereas Wally Champ out in front's getting a little bit wild. And then look at this overtake manoeuvre. Absolutely superb bit of driving. Wally Champ took his eye off the prize and his foot off the gas, whereas Cody Wilson buried his boot and floored it through. Gave it the beans and took the win. Stunning drive there, Cody Wilson.
So Parabellum with a stunning drive there moves through to the next round. Now it's Stomping Tom and the Cure versus Big Mike and Ugly Betty.
Let's just hope Big Mike's not too busy checking his Tinder profile this time.
It's okay, mate. I put his phone on airplane mode before he went out. All right, Stomping Tom out in the lead. Slides around Kahuna corner, runs down for the win. Oh, and a bit of executive parking there. A little bit like Griffin Cross a few weeks ago. Stomping Tom moves on.
Big Mike bringing a donut to a gunfight there.
Okay, that's an unusual analogy. All right, Griffin Cross versus Hor Then Sung. Griffin Cross probably the faster of the two drivers, but he has been patchy. He takes the lead over the... Oh, and over he goes. Griffin Cross and Broken Wings breaks our hearts once again.
Yeah, this is so disappointing. I mean, Hor Then Sung will move through because of that, but Griffin Cross had a good lead, but he just couldn't keep his car under control, goes out to the side, flips off the sidewall, and tries to make a run for the finish line on his roof, which wouldn't have counted, but you know, maybe there was a random chance he was going to land back on his wheels.
Well, stranger things have happened at the canyon, but Hor Then Sung moves through to the final round in Jailbreak. And will it be Cody Wilson and Parabellum or Stomping Tom and the Cure that joins him? They get underway. Stomping Tom super quick out of the gate here, looking good. Parabellum jumping up the inside. Here he goes. Oh, Parabellum goes over. Stomping Tom with a beautiful drift there, keeps it under control. Whoa, and he pulls up short of the finish line. It doesn't matter with Parabellum going over. Tom, I guess, just rubbing it in there.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, this was a great drive from Cody Wilson again. He was thrashing his car down there to get side by side, but unfortunately, as we've seen before, he just can't seem to handle the jandle on the jump. And then beautiful drift out in front there by Stomping Tom, showing some excellent car control. Oh, look at Cody Wilson there. He actually rolled all the way over. So there was a chance he was going to make it back on his wheels.
I hadn't noticed that. I was following Stomping Tom. So Cody sliding along, gets a bit of a roll on onto his wheels, but can't hold it and goes all the way over. So Stomping Tom moves through to the final race against Hor Then Sung. Hor Then Sung in the inside lane, Stomping Tom into the outside.
Will Hor Then Sung make a break for the finish line, or will Tom stomp all over his dreams?
Well, Tom jumping out nice and quick again. A beautiful big drift. Here comes Hawthorne Sung, but Tom races away, spins right on the finish line, but holds on for the win.
Stomping Tom doing excellently there. Those rubber wheels not slowing him down at all. And look at that drift. That is absolute quality. And he still managed to keep his speed up enough to stay ahead of Hawthorne Song.
Let's take another quick look at that drift. That is absolute textbook drifting there. Nice attack angle, a clean entry and exit from Kahuna Corner. Nice bit of driving Stomping Tom. Hawthorne Sung trying to get around him but couldn't do it. And Tom just spinning right across the finish line there.
Yeah, that was a great drive from Stomping Tom. Well done, mate.
So, we've got 3 drivers who are going to go on to compete next week in a head-to-head round robin, and the winner of that race is going to move on and take on the number 10 spot on the list.
So that's Dick Turpin from Redline Salvage Inc. driving Stand and Deliver. Then we've got Rubber Toe from Monster Motorsports driving the Governor. And then, of course, Stomping Tom from Beaverworks driving the Cure.
Let us know in the comments who you think is going to go on to take on the number 10 spot on the list. Alright, if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you're interested in memberships, make sure to check out the join button. It's got all the details. Alright, that's enough for tonight. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.